everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures Etc. and I'm really glad you're here today. It is Tutorial Tuesday and today I'm going to take the masterboard that I made yesterday for Mega Head Monday out of the snippet strips that we made for Scrap Saturday and show you how to embellish it even more. So we're going to do a little mixed media today. I've got some texture paste by Ranger, a little bit of spray stain. I'm almost out of it. This is in the Wild Honey. And then a couple of stencils that we can use to put on here. And you don't have to use these exact stencils. I will put a link in the description below for them, but you can use any stencils that you want. And you can even make your own DIY texture paste. I just happen to have this here. And I really like this color of the spray stain Wild Honey because I think it goes really well with the rest of these colors in here. So the colors in here I think are really pretty. All the golds and the little bit of this bright green and even some blue in here and the reds. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of these stencils. I've got this one that's kind of it almost looks like a chain link fence. And this one that looks more like a honeycomb. Okay, so I'm just going to take some texture paste and spread it out on my mat over here. I don't know if you can see it over here, but anyway, so I'm just spreading some out. To keep it fresh, I use a little bit of saran wrap inside. And then I'm going to take one little of this honey, wild honey, that I have left. I don't know if I can spray it still, but I'll try. Or I can just pour a little bit on. Oh, look at that. That came out really good. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to mix it in with my little plastic palette knife until I get it the color and consistency that I want, and I think I might add a little bit more of the color. I've not made texture paste before, although it's something I'm willing to try to do, but I just thought I would try this first and see how I like it. Okay, so then I'm just going to put some random pieces or some random texturing on here, and the key to doing this is you want to put enough on to where you get a little bit of texture, but you still need to be able to see the stencil. And I don't necessarily want to cover all of the stencil because I don't want these hard edges. Okay, so I like that. I'm going to do a little bit down here. I like that. And then just for a little bit of balance, I'm going to put some up here as well. So obviously I'm not going to cover the entire masterboard with texture paste. I'm just putting it in some random spots, random patterns. So when I cut this up, there will be some texture paste in different areas on different pieces. And then we can kind of go from there. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to go put these stencils in water and get them rinsed off so that the texture paste doesn't dry. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the texture paste is nice and dry. And now I tried a little experiment down here, and I think I really kind of like the way it looks. So I'm laying the stencil back on top of where the texture paste is. And then I took some vintage photo and stamped. So you get it lined up a little better. And then stamp down below the texture paste and then on the texture paste. because the nice thing about this texture paste is that once it dries, it's like paper, and so it will take stamping just as well as paper will. So I like the way that looks. I think I'm going to go up a little bit with some fired brick, which is what this one is. And then do the same thing, just to give it a little bit more interest. Okay, so I like the way that looks. Now, let's leave that ink pad on there. Now I'm going to take some of the peacock feathers, and for lack of a better word, I'm going to call this chicken wire, because I think that's kind of what it looks like to me. And I'm going to do something similar over here. Just kind of bringing some of that color down. Oh, I love this color, the peacock feathers. It's so pretty. Oh, I love that. So the beauty of doing this is that you can just let your imagination go and let it, just do whatever you want. Now what are we going to do with this masterboard? Well, I think it's time to cut it up. So I have heard that the best way to cut up a masterboard is to turn it over and cut, and however it turns out, it turns out. So one thing I would like is a section that's at least 8 by 5. And again, however it turns out, it's kind of a surprise. Okay, here I go. I've never done this before. Okay, so that's 8. And then we'll go 5. And I have a plan for this piece, but I don't want to give it away yet. So I'm not going to look yet. No cheating. So if I go 2 inches, yeah. So these can be for tags. So I've never done a masterboard this way before. So I hope I like it when I turn everything over. Kind of scary. Okay, and then these are 4 inches by 11 1/4. So if I do 3 inches, 4 by 3. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's go with the 8 by 5 first. Okay, I really like that. So we have a little bit of texture paste, a little bit of stenciling. That is ready to be further embellished. And I have a plan for this one, but like I said, I don't want to give anything away yet. So now let's go with the tags. And they can be, trimmed up. So we have 4 tags. Liking them a lot. And then 3 journal cards, ATC cards or whatever, and then a smaller journal card or a tag. Okay, so these are ready to be played with a little bit more. I'm just going to round the corners on them. What I love about these is that they're everything that we do like this, it's one of a kind. It can never be repeated exactly this way. So it's unique. I love that. I love the way these came out. Okay, these I'm going to cut into a tag shape. Okay, I'm going to round the corners on this one too. All right. Look at that. Now we just need to ink the edges and these are done. Okay, I found a little focal point for this little journal card. And it's this cute little girl, one of the Tim Holtz paper dolls. One of the things I have done, and I need to do some more, is I have some vintage photos that I found at garage sales and estate sales and stuff like that. And, you know, you can, when you find the vintage photos that are, you know, at estate sales and stuff, you can scan those. Those aren't like copyrighted or anything. They're just somebody's relatives that have passed on. So you don't necessarily have to buy these paper dolls from Tim Holtz. So I've done that where I've just scanned them and printed them out and copied them or cut them out. Okay, so I just stamped some words onto the margins of book pages, and so let's just put some words here. So I'm going to call this one done. Look how cute is she? I think she's absolutely adorable. I just love the way this came out. There's plenty of writing space on the back because of the paper bag that it's on. You can stamp on it. You can sew around the edges, which I probably would have done before I put the embellishments on the front. So if you found some value here, if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here even if you haven't subscribed. I really appreciate everybody. So leave me a note in the comments. I answer every comment. And then that also lets YouTube know to keep recommending my videos. And hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload new content. So if you want to learn more about how we created this with the snippet rules, or the snippet strips, I guess, go ahead and click on the video at the end of this, or the playlist, which will take you to more Scrap Saturdays and things like that. So anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. Let the serendipity find you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.